Hey there, it's Elizabeth, and welcome back to flip number 36. This is my September-October book, and we're going to be finishing up the month now. Yay! So let's see where I left off. Okay, I left off here at the lazy day. So let's see what happened here. Okay, on this day, let's see. Oh, I just kind of did like a day in the life kind of thing, I guess. So up here, I had my 8 a.m. phone call with my grandma. I speak with her every Monday morning, between 8 and 8:30 a.m. And we've been doing it for years. And if I do not call her, Monday morning, then she's either emailing me or calling me and asking me, where are you? What happened? Is everything okay? She gets worried about me. So, yep, I had a lovely phone call with my grandma, and she's turning 90 in November, so we're hoping to make it up to her celebration. She lives in the next town up. We don't see her very often because I don't drive very often, and so anyhow, yeah, we're hoping to make it up to her celebration. My dad is flying into town, and so I'll get to see him as well and get to see the family. So yep, we're hoping to do that. And then this day also, it was registration day. Oy. So I had to take my son to register him for the spring term at the college. He is still in high school. However, he takes college courses as well as part of a dual enrollment program. My daughter did it as well. And it just kind of, gives them some extra classes that they're not really extra classes. They're classes that he would normally take anyway, for the most part. And, but the thing is that he gets credit for his high school graduation and also gets credits toward his associate in arts degree. So win-win. So we had to go do that. And usually it's like a horrible ordeal, but it went very well. We had a very nice advisor. And so that was good. And, and my son, he drove to and from the school, so he's getting some practice time in with his driving, so hopefully he'll be able to get his driver's license soon. I had bunches of laundry to do. And then down here, my husband made some yummy, fresh mahi-mahi for dinner, and we had creamy dill potatoes that he makes that are so yummy. And we had some broccoli, and yeah, we're catching up on Blue Bloods, which we've been watching on Netflix. So that's what we were doing that day. And then this day was Tangle Tuesday, and I guess I was channeling my inner Miss Danny B right here on YouTube. I just love her brightly colored pages, and I'll link her channel below. She's such a sweetie. And so I practiced some of my lettering that day, and this was the Tangle was like a mandala type of thing, and so I did that. And I'm not really sure. You know what I think I used to color this are those they're paint. No, they're not. I'm sorry. Oh, Zig clean color. They're like water brush or like brush tip markers, I guess. But you can add water to them and make them watercolors, which I've tried before, and it doesn't work very well on the composition paper. So I just used them as markers because they're very vibrant and bright, and I just really like the way this turned out and all the colors and everything. And yeah, my husband went to the doctor, and we didn't get the news that we had wanted, which of course is, oh, this is your problem and this is how we're going to fix it. No. So apparently we're back to the chronic pancreatitis thing, and so that's just the way it is. So, we're going to hold on to the blessings that we do have in our life, and we're going to concentrate on the joy that we have. So, we'll keep on keeping on. We always do. And then on this day here, the prompt, this was Whimsical Wednesday, so the prompt was what I'm most looking forward to, like in November. And so in November, I'm looking forward to Big Handsome getting off overtime. Oh, he's been working just weeks on end now. Well, I mean, I think it's been like 3 weeks, but it's like forever in my book. So he's been working, 7 days a week, and he gets home late, and then even when he gets home, half the time he's on the phone with, the bosses and whatever, blah, 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 blah. So yeah, he's been working a lot. So I'm looking forward to that being over with. Most people would look forward to overtime, but when I say overtime, I don't mean that he gets paid for overtime, because he's a salaried employee, so he does not. But yeah, it's just he just has to work a lot of hours. He has to be there because he's the boss man. And so anyway, I'm looking forward to trips at the Hideaway again and fires in the fire pit. I'm looking forward to my grandmother's 90th birthday and a nice quiet Thanksgiving, which will probably be spent down south. And then Patience is the companion of wisdom, was the letter it prompt, and then we had a draw it prompt for acorns, so I drew those down here. And on this day here, let's see, this is what happens when I don't journal every single day, because I just don't. Sometimes I'm not feeling well or whatever the case is, and I don't get to it. So I usually put Post-it notes in, and sometimes I forget to do that even. And so anyway, this is what happens. Question mark. I'm sure I did something, but I can't remember what it was. So I do know that I'm working on a Christmas junk journal that I'm going to donate to a friend's giveaway on a Facebook site called Spoonie's Paradise. It used to be called Potsy Paradise, and but anyway, it's a site for chronic illness, and it's actually like, we don't talk about illness or anything like that on the site. We basically share different things like, vacations or funny memes or funny videos or a lot of beachy type things, paradise themed stuff. And so anyhow, I'm making a junk journal for that, because the lady who runs it is going to be having a giveaway for a Christmas party. And so, so I'm doing that. And then these were the last 2 days of October, and we had 5 on Friday. And I love the 5 on Fridays, and sometimes I really, enjoy doing them. And sometimes I have the hardest time doing them. Like, I have the hardest time. It's not finding the materials, because I have all the materials that, are listed on the 5 things, but it's hard for me. I'm not very good with composition. So it's hard for me to find things that, match or go together. And I don't know. So yeah, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So I'd seen a bunch of these people online doing these like witches boots or whatever. And so I think one of the things was supposed to be, draw spiders. So I did that, or put a spider on your page. So I did that, put some themed items. So that's what the owls are. I think it was used scrapbook paper maybe. So I did that up here. I can't remember what else there was on there. But anyhow, that's how it turned out. And we also, like, I took my son to his co-op classes, and then I took my daughter to Joanne's while he was in class so that she could get fabric to make for a quilt that she's going to give to her boyfriend for Christmas. So that was fun. And then this day was Halloween. And I've said before, in our house, we don't celebrate Halloween. I celebrated Halloween as a child, but my kids never really did. I really can't tell you why. I don't know. I think at first it started out as being like I don't know, like a religious kind of thing, for lack of a better term. I mean, we're not a religious family, so I don't know. Like, our kids used to go to like the harvest festivals and things like that at church. And then in the area that we live in, it's very rural. So we don't live like in a traditional neighborhood. Our neighborhood has 13 houses in it. So, and not many of them have kids. Nobody trick or treats around here. So you'd actually have to like take your kids to another neighborhood, which some people do, but I don't feel comfortable taking my kids to some random neighborhood with people that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And knocking on their doors. So anyhow, So this day I decided to get a big clip art of a haunted house because when I was younger, we used to, with my youth group, we used to put on a huge live haunted house in our county. And I mean, thousands of people would come. And we would, dress up and be actors, in this haunted house. And so, yeah, it just, that picture, reminded me of that. And I was, just reminiscing about that. And faithful you have been and faithful you will be. That was the letter prompt for that day. And then let me see, it was Saturday. So I went out with the kids again because, of course, my husband's still working lots of overtime and he's completely exhausted. And so, yeah, we went to IHOP for a late breakfast and then we headed to Tuesday morning, and unfortunately there wasn't much there. And then I wanted to go to Staples, but I just didn't have the energy. So, yeah. So then we came home, and then the Gems both went out for the night. My son went to his friend's house, and my daughter went out with her boyfriend. And they didn't really have, Halloween plans per se or anything like that. They just went out. And so, yeah, we had a quiet evening at home, catching up on Blue Bloods, and we had just soup for dinner. So, it was a nice relaxing evening at home because, like I said, we don't get trick-or-treaters here, so nobody's, knocking on the door or anything like that. So anyhow, that's the end of this book, and I have a few blank pages here that I might go back, and I need to decorate the back cover as well, but I have a few pages that I might do some things on. I haven't figured it out yet. Maybe collage or something, or I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But anyway, thanks for spending your time with me, and thanks for listening to my ramblings. And I will catch you next time on the next flip. Bye.